for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Ooh, woo.
We can scream.
I don't want to scream this weekend.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't
that something like we were supposed to have like big UFO thing happen or Project Bluebeam happen at the end of this month?
Not sure what's going on. Not sure. We don't know.
I don't want to see UFO.
There's a lot of stuff that I've seen, stuff that I never wanted to see.
Like, no joke.
I truly have.
Like, I may talk up a big game and be like, oh yeah, I would love to see an alien. No. I would shit my pants.
Mm-hmm. I think most people would. As far as when they are truly faced with something that is paranormal. And it's, as far as having seen a shadow person or whatever it is, I think that that's got to be in a different category than seeing an alien.
It is. You're seeing a spirit versus a physical entity.
That's solid.
Yeah. Well, the physical entity, it's like.
I mean, it shakes your whole paradigm.
Did you know did you hear about the person, or there's actually been a few people that have had to walk through the Hat Man?
No.
Yeah.
Why did they have to walk through it?
Standing right in their doorway. Could not, because they were in a room where they could not get out.
Right.
And the only exit was that doorway, and he was standing right in it.
Okay, so they ran right through his ass. Good. And they lived to tell the tale.
He was cold.
Yes, because that is one of the things that's characteristic of any kind of spirit entity is usually that cold. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that was one of the things as far as them getting near you and stealing heat from you. They can do that. And it's very uncomfortable.
Is that what?
I hope
both of us have been chilling.
Yes, I don't think that that's what is going on. I don't know. It's probably some kind of supplemental. It's some kind of nutrient that we're missing or something is what I figure it is.
I don't know. That's like the not eating. I don't know. That's fucking weird too. But apparently, someone on TikTok said that they've heard from other people, but also they had a dream as well, being like someone was telling them that they were running out of time, and she woke up and was like, "What? Running out of time? Running out of time? Time of what? With what?" Mm-hmm. And apparently, God somehow gave her an answer, being like that God announced all of his people to go on a fast, and that they're not listening.
Okay.
And apparently,
when?
Right.
See, this is one of the things. We've got so much fear and paranoia combined with people wanting some kind of internet clout that is a clusterfuck. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what that ends up being.
So that automatically made me think, oh shit, is this weird not eating thing or the matter of like somehow my spirit knows or what?
It could be, or it could be like I said, with the Schumann resonances and the geomagnetic storms and the planetary alignments and everything like that. It's like everybody is in a state of dis-ease right now. Everybody.
But when people post shit like that, and there's a bunch, there are so many spiritual people on TikTok or whatever, like anybody of any religion, any spiritual belief. There's so many people yelling at once, and you get a clusterfuck going on.
And then you get a lot of people that they know which things they can go through there and see what's getting the most views, and that's an easy target audience. Mm-hmm. That's fact. So this is why you have to be discerning. God He gave us a brain. He gives us brains. He expects us to use them. Yeah. And it's
what
like
good is a brain if you don't use it?
Exactly. A mind is a terrible thing. That used to be the anti-drug thing. Is a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Question: is it a terrible thing if you got cats on Mars playing in your brain a good majority of the time?
It depends on what you do with that.
Like, you still get tasks done, but it's still just rattling on in your brain.
Well, that's a whole lot better than some of the clutter. But whatever type of... You said it was music.
Mm-hmm.
It was just chaotic.
It was... So, I can't remember. It's tech music. It's EDM. It's...
Not that I've
a bunch
ever heard
of other
before
stuff.
like that. That was just chaos.
It's Japan. Some of their stuff is very chaotic.
And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to listen to that? And for what purpose does that? And I like the musical group, the performance musicians, Stomp, who do wonderful things with trash cans and the like. Whatever it was that you were playing was nowhere near the caliber of Stomp. It's just random noise.
Let me see what it was.
It doesn't
I know
matter.
it was by Teddy Lloyd was in it because he's the instrumentalist.
It really just, I don't care enough to find out what the name of it was. This has nothing to do with our story.
Nah, it can because it goes in. Some of the songs can go in with aliens.
Okay.
Daoko. That's her name. Daoko. What weirded me out was when you said that she had, like, the song had a spirit of Lilith on it.
There's a whole lot of young females that have got a spirit of Lilith on them. And for some reason that they have been deceived to think that is that bold and empowering and stuff. No, not at all.
Question: do you think that the aliens are partially to blame? Like, they can be fallen angels doing this, like projecting?
That's possible. That is very much possible. There's a lot of people that think that it's not, that it is a matter of interdimensional beings rather than from some other part of the solar system, which makes a whole lot more sense. And, if they're bringing harm to people, they're not of God.
Yeah. It's just weird that of course, we've been getting soft disclosure for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking earlier about as far as was Art Bell self-disclosure.
Yeah. And it's possible.
Yeah, because he had been in the military and stuff like that, and when the fact that he was allowed to discuss some of the things that he did on his show.
Yeah. Something, something there had to be a deal there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. And as far as the fact that he would quit and he'd come back and he would quit and he would come back, most people don't. That is not how that works.
No, because usually when they quit and come back, that means they're doing something in between.
Oh, yeah.
That means they got another job.
And he's another one of these people that has become mythological. And when that happens, people forget the negative qualities of a person. It's interesting. I have seen that happen. I have observed that happening, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. And so with this about the aliens, what is it that you're wanting else?
People have been seeing alien lights left and right, like all over the U.S.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's not just the U.S. It's happening in other countries.
I've been mainly focusing on the U.S. right now.
No, it's happening in other countries, but this is from Daily Mail and is by Matthew Phelan. Excuse me, allergies are so bad. October the 24th, 2024. We're recording this on October the 25th of 2024. And the title of this is "The Swarm of UFOs Caught on Video Near U.S. Air Force Base by Dozens of Stunned Onlookers." Shouldn't that have been a swarm instead of the swarm?
Yeah, it makes me wonder. It's like, what do you mean by the swarm?
I don't know. It's shit. Anyhow, it says an Air Force base in Indiana has become the latest hotspot for mysterious UFOs after residents spotted swarms of fast-moving glowing orbs in the skies. Dozens of people in Kokomo, which sits just 13 miles south of Grissom Joint Air Reserve Base, reported seeing hovering, flickering lights that vanished into thin air. The uncanny sightings, most reported on October the 7th, echo recent UFO waves near military sites, including Joint Base Langley Eustis in Virginia, where officials reported seeing flashing red, green, and white lights that were moving at rapid speeds. Now, why would a UFO need to have lights on it of any kind?
I don't know.
Right. And it says that the mysterious objects in Indiana, however, were shared by civilians online, where experts have weighed in to determine the source. Some suggested the lights were flares dropped from planes, possibly military craft, but one witness shared Doppler weather radar evidence of a huge rectangle UFO with a clearly defined vapor shock wave seen the morning after on October the 8th. And that's this picture right here. And then we got another one that's just a little bit fainter. So I don't know. They should have just used the one.
Yeah.
But you got the rectangle, and then the shock wave after it is what you're looking at on there.
Yeah.
And it says no explanation has been publicly provided by U.S. Air Force personnel for the UFOs, which appeared as both reddish-orange orbs that hovered in the sky, as well as one white orb that zigzagged in a fast maneuver. And Christina Sharp said in a TikTok, as young children nearby were heard marveling at the glowing reddish-orange lights, "I don't understand what those are." And they could have done better with this reporting. They really could have.
They could have.
Said one anonymous local submitted a report to the National UFO Reporting Center, or NUFORC, NUFORC, or New Force, I guess, on October the 8th of what may have been a related event. And that's the picture that we're showing you. So the person stated that a brief incursion on Doppler weather radar showed what looked like a large rectangle UFO speeding nearby, estimated to be about half as big as Disney World.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And the witness said, quote, "I've seen many easily explained radar anomalies over the years, but never a huge rectangle with a clearly defined vapor shock wave and trail. Judging by the image size, rectangle would be approximately 20 miles in length. And the compressed vapor trail
crazy.
appears to be in excess of 150 miles long." End quote.
Holy shit.
That's stunning.
Yeah.
And it says, while it's unclear if this bizarre radar return relates to a previous night's wave of strange lights in the sky, several seasoned analysts of UFO videos told DailyMail.com that Kokomo's citizens most likely saw military flares.
Are you sure that's military flare?
And it says that Alejandro Rojas, an advisor to tech startup Enigma Labs, where he helps investigate witness submissions to the group's growing database of UFO sightings, stated, quote, "These look very clearly to be military flares. The telltale signs are the lights being in a row and lighting up and disappearing in succession," end quote. In addition to the Grissom base to the north, Rojas noted several other USAF, United States Air Force, for those who may not be in the U.S., bases surrounding Kokomo that may have been responsible for the late night light show. Rojas added, Kokomo is around 50 miles away from Camp Fort Wayne, that's Fort Wayne National Air Guard Base, and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton is also about 150 miles away. These could be from either location. Now, the Wright-Patterson Air Force, that is one of UFO lore. I mean, that's had some really, really strange things. They don't know if it's experimental military craft that's coming out of some of those things.
Right.
Not sure.
Question: how do we know that this is not like some military backwards engineered something?
We don't know. And Rojas, who served for many years as the official spokesperson for the citizen-led Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON, said that he has personally witnessed and videotaped just how eerie military flares can look under the cover of darkness, especially to a population that is so paranoid right now that it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And so Rojas has co-founded a new nonprofit to look into unidentified aerial phenomenon, and said that UAP discovery said the night sky can obscure more obvious signs of flares like smoke or the aircraft that dropped the flares in the first place. Well, if it's dark, you're not going to be able to see the smoke. So that makes perfect sense. And so Rojas had said witnesses have argued that smoke can be seen from flares, but that is typically not the case. I made the video, and we'll give you the link to the article, and you can go and look at the video. It said he made this video to show that smoke often cannot be seen. It says that his video is similar to most of the ones that are alleged to be UFOs. He said he was about 150 miles from the flares when he took the video, end quote. It's important that people, have healthy skepticism. It truly is. But what's interesting, and it goes on about some of these other things here, they're not debunking this, whatever this is on this radar. In the article, they just totally kind of skirted all the way around it. Because go and look at flares. Don't look at this right here. The thought of a craft being 20 miles big.
That's
incredible. And
that could hold, no joke, that could hold a city like the size of Disney World. That is a city, basically.
And to have whatever kind of vapor, shock wave or whatever the hell behind it, 150 miles long. That's incredible.
That's a fast traveling thing.
Well, it's that large. That's scary. I love spooky season. I truly, truly do.
Yeah.
But not like this.
No, this is beyond spooky.
Yeah.
This is beyond the fun spooky. This is like existential dread spooky.
It is.
And that's sort of that's what it is. That's the vibe that's been going on. Existential dread.
Yeah. Yeah. It truly is. So, some of the UFO and UAP, yes, they are what they are. They're unidentified. We don't know what they are. So, therefore, they are UFOs and or UAPs. Now, some of the ones that people have been seeing that do have flashing lights and stuff, why would, if it were not man-made, why would it have to have any kind of light on it?
There has to be a reason for it. Like, there just has to be. Maybe it's an indicator of something. Maybe it's a way of communication also.
Well, and they did quote this again as far as this senior ex-Pentagon security official. Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, like that kind of source is trustworthy.
That Chris Mellon, he was talking about, we covered what he had said. They put it in this article as well. And that said that in some instances, it's clear they want to be seen as though taunting us. whoever the they is. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
There is no natural phenomenon, that, to my knowledge, that is rectangular and 20 miles worth of rectangular.
No, because it's not often that angular, like perfect squares or even rectangles are in nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It usually has to be made.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it was weird. It's just more weird.
Fuck. Aliens, man.
Yeah.
This is, add to the list of weird,
yeah.
The list is a mile long.
We are under, again, with the spiritual warfare, it includes psychological warfare. Everybody is.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way of denying it, because that's just how it is. And it's anytime it's just like one of those, it's like somebody brings up the fact that it's spiritual and psychological warfare. It's like, it's just one of those things that like you just have to go like before you even respond.
Because people are so weary. They are weary in their spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the, somewhere in Scripture it says, deliver us from constant sighing. And that is that indication of spiritual weariness and heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is what it is. We will do the best we can with what we got from moment to moment. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yep.
That's it. So, we don't know. October about done, and I'm resentful. Because all this other stuff that's going on as far as taking over spoopy season, happy spoopy season.
Yeah. It's like nobody has been able to enjoy this season.
No, they haven't. That's just the spiritual season that we're in.
And the only ones who have been able to enjoy this season have been unaware.
They're the evil people. They're on the wrong side. I
do.
Yeah. And they're not happy either. I mean, some of these people are just, they hanging on by a thread. And some of them know that you never know what's going to cut that thread. Because when someone is that volatile, this is the reason we always remind people, situational awareness, no matter where you are. Yeah.
Yep.
That's not paranoia. That's just training.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, kid.
Keep your head high. Beware. Beware.
Keep your eyes on the skies. Everybody's having paranormal, supernatural. We may be all having the UFO thing.
Unmarked helicopters.
Yep.
Hovering.
People have been seeing those a lot, too.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is
coming soon. Oh, that's good.
You want to tell them where we can be found?
Oh, find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Werlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Werlanda, COCWS.
You'll see lots of things posted about Appalachistan.
Mm-hmm. At least recently, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got just a jumble of
How
things.
do you secede from a country that you're still within?
There is a process. There is a process.
Okay.
And it's like, we may find out about that sooner rather than later. God help us. Prayers. Those of you who are not here in America, please pray for us.
Yes.
Because we need it. We truly, truly do. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. Mm-hmm. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yep. Bye.